Hey guys, so this is going to be a short video. I wanted to do another Shopping My Stash for the month of April and probably a little bit into May. I don't remember off the top of my head where I left off with the other one. I think I did an update and showed you what products I was going to keep that I rediscovered or liked or could put up with until I finished it, and what products I was just going to give away to friends and family for them to probably deal with. So I wanted to do a whole new stash, and I'm just going to run through them pretty quickly. And what I learned from my previous experience with this whole project is to put products in here that you know you're going to like, but you don't always reach for. So last time I was so bored using products that I didn't really enjoy over and over and over again, so I'm not doing that this time around. So one of the things I have in here is a cream foundation I'm trying out. This is by Mayron. It's the Celebre HD Pro Cream Makeup Foundation in the shade Light 3. And I just want to put this in here because I've been using it a lot lately so I can do a review for you guys. I do like it so far. Sometimes I have really dry patches and it's not doing so well with those. But I'm going to continue to try it. Some other cream products I have are the Revlon Cream Shadows in Not Just Nudes. And this is just like an everyday brown cream shadow palette. So far it's okay. I have had a few chances to use it and it does crease. I've used my Urban Decay Primer Potion on my eyes. I've used the one from Sally's Beauty Supply that I recently got. I used e.l.f. and my Lorac primer, and they still kind of crease. So what I do with them is I just put them like right on the lid. I don't even bring them up into the crease. So it's really for the days where if I'm going to go run an errand and I don't need to do my whole face, or I just don't really care that day or have the time, I just pop a color like these two are really pretty. This one and this one are just nice all over the lid colors. So I'm going to continue to try it. I think it was only $5, so I'm not really disappointed in it, but I'm not going to buy any other cream shadows from Revlon. I also have these 3 Dream Mousse blushes. I don't know if these are still sold. I think they might have been discontinued or maybe even repackaged, so I haven't wanted to use them in my videos, but I do really like them, so I'm just trying to use them up a little bit more, and then I'll probably let them go and give them to a friend or family member who can get more use out of them, just because I hate to put something in a video that I know you guys can't get your hands on, and I don't think they have these particular kinds of blushes anymore. So these are 2 more cream blushes. This is the Stila Convertible color in the shade Peony. It's a very nice everyday kind of pink shade. I have worn it a few times. And then this is the one I'm actually wearing right now on my cheeks. And this is Tarte's Flush Cheek Stain. And obviously these are samples. And that's why I have them in my Muju drawer. Just because they came in the Sephora in the Glow set. And they're so tiny that they kind of disappear underneath my other products. So I'm going to put them in their own little spot, and hopefully I'll get some more use out of them. But I do really enjoy both of them. And this is another product that was in the Glow set by Sephora, and this is Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Splendor. And I don't know if it's part of the regular line. I don't believe it is. It's supposed to be like a shimmery pink one. I've heard so many good things about the Tarte blushes, and I never pick this up, and I don't know why. I think I just forget about it. But I do want to try it out, because if I like it and it's as great as everyone says it's going to be, then I'm definitely going to invest in some more shades. So this is the little Tarte blush, and then I also have another Tarte blush that's even smaller. This came with a liquid illuminator, and this is supposed to actually screw on to the illuminator part, and well, now it's back on. Before it was hanging out in the cap because it's come off. But I think I'm just going to squish it into a container and use it with a stippling brush. I have used it before. I think it's a really good shade for the summertime. I'm not going to ever repurchase it, I don't think, just because the amount you get in comparison to the liquid illuminator doesn't make any sense. Like, you only get this much, but the container with the highlighter in it is like that big, and I use more blush than I do highlighter because I'm only putting it on top of my cheekbones and like right down my nose. So anyways, I just want to use it up basically. And it's a good product. There's nothing wrong with it. So I have 3 more blushes. I'm really trying to incorporate blush into my shopping the stash this month just because I feel like there are a lot of blushes I own that I haven't used in quite some time and I really need to implement them into my routine. So this first one is, this first one is an Este Lauder brush, because the brush just fell out. No, the first one is an Este Lauder blush, and I don't know if this is its own set, like if it's just a common set, or if it has a specific name. It says K31, but it also says it's the Signature Silky Powder Blush, Bronze Goddess Soft Matte Bronzer, and Este Lauder Signature Shimmer Powder. Oh, and they have the individual shades on here. So the Radiant Peach Blush and the Rose Pearl Shimmer Powder. So the blush, the bronzer, and the shimmer. And it's a really pretty palette. I was saving it for travel, I guess, but I really should use it more often. So that's what I'm going to do. And another one from a much lower end brand. This is Wet n Wild's Mega Glow Illuminating Powder. And this is in the shade Catwalk Pink. And for the longest time, I was hunting this product down and I had to have it, and then I forgot about it and moved on to other things, and I feel bad for leaving it all by itself. So, I mean, obviously darker and then lighter, or you can mix them together. So I'm just going to try and incorporate that a little bit more into my makeup routine, and if I find that I'm still not reaching for it, I'll probably just give it away, because I don't really mind giving away a $5 product. The next one I really want to make work because it was super expensive. I have 2 NARS blushes. This is the more daring one, and it's in the shade Matahari, and it's really pretty. It looks bright pink in the pan, which is why I got it, because I wanted something that was a bit more bold and out of the box for me. I can make this a very neutral color. I've worn it in some videos before where it was very subtle, but you can also build up the color. So I just want to, I think it's a pretty blush for springtime. I think there's no reason why I shouldn't be using it, so it's going to hang out with my other blushes and we'll see how it does. I also have a loose powder. This is the Mary Kay Mineral Powder Foundation. I didn't even know this was a foundation. It's in the shade Ivory 0.5, and I've had it for a while. I think I only own 2 loose powders. This is the one with color, the other one's the e.l.f. Clear Setting Powder. So I just want to use some of it up because I don't want it to go bad. I know it'll start to change colors and oxidize, so I just want to use some of it up while I can. I find that it's a nice setting powder. It's done a great job so far. It doesn't make my face look cakey like some powders I've used in the past, so I just kind of take a brush and pat it where I've applied concealer. And for concealer, I have 3 products, and the first one is the Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer, and this is in the shade, if I can find it, Ivory. And I debated if I was going to get a concealer color or the shade Radiant, and I thought the Radiant really looks pink, maybe it won't work so well, so I'll get the concealer and hopefully it will also be like highlighting. But I find that it really just, it doesn't really highlight for me. It just kind of blends in with my skin or just acts like a concealer and less like a highlighter. And I know it's a concealer and it's called a concealer and I totally understand that, but at the same time, it's also called the Dream Lumi Touch. So, I mean, highlighting concealer. So you have the concealer part, but you also have the highlighting part. So I think if you're someone with deeper skin tones, you could use this as a highlighter, but for me, not so much. So I'm going to try and use it up, and then I'm going to invest in the Radiant Concealer. So I've learned my lesson. Just go with your gut. The other one is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer, and this is a really good concealer. I do really enjoy it. It reminds me a lot of one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore, and that is the Physicians Formula RX Concealer. Sometimes I can't say that word. Physicians Formula there. Okay. This is like a dupe for it, basically. It's just a bit cheaper. I just want to use it because I haven't in a while, and it's good stuff, and I don't want it to go bad, and I don't need any more concealers, and I've realized that, and I'm trying to own it, so I just want to get through some products. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and it says it's also a highlighter, but again, I don't think it highlights for what I'm looking for anyways in a highlighter. It doesn't really do a good job. Concealing wise, I'm really not that impressed. The brush feels really, really good though underneath my eye, and I don't find that it creases a whole lot. I think it actually does a pretty good job with underneath the eye area if you pat it in. So I do like that about this concealer, and that's what I've been using it for the most. Now I don't really have dark under eye circles or a whole lot to conceal, which is the other thing about this product, is that it's not a really heavy concealer. It's very light to medium, mostly light. I have like a blemish down here. You can kind of see the bump. This won't cover it all on its own. I kind of have to put a bit more foundation in that area and then go over it with this. If I was just using this on a blemish, it's not going to really cover it the way that you would want for a blemish around this size. But if you're someone that just has like a few little spots, you're okay. It is a nice texture. It pats and blends in really smoothly. I just wouldn't repurchase it. I just kind of want to use it up and say that I didn't waste my money on it. And I'm still working on these foundations. I am so close to using the rest of my Revlon one, and I have gone back and forth between this foundation. I like it and I don't like it, and I kind of like it and then I don't like it at all, and then I like it again. I can't make up my mind, and that's killing me. When I wear it with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, I don't know what that's called, Pore Perfecting Primer Potion for the face, I don't like it. It slides all over the place. But when I used it with the Claudia Stevens foundation base from Sally's Beauty Supply, I actually really liked the finish. It was very natural. It didn't slide around all over the place like it did with the other primer. So I don't know. I don't know if I would rebuy it because I'm really not 100% in love with it, but I don't mind it at the same time. So I'm going to continue to use this up, and hopefully you'll see it in an empties video in the future. And then I have the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser, and I've also gone back and forth between really liking this, and then when I first got it, I really liked it. It was the only foundation I would bring with me when I was traveling, which I think is saying something, because that's your foundation, like that's big stuff. But now I'm just, it's alright. I wouldn't repurchase this one. I don't think I'm going to miss it, although the actual application technique that you can dot it on your face and then blend it out with a brush is pretty cool. So that's that one. I also have the Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balm Stains in here, and I can't decide if I want to keep some of them or not. I don't think I'm going to keep the orange one because I never wear it, and I never really reach for these anymore. I remember when they first came out, I was so stoked about them, and I got a bunch all at one time, and now I don't ever reach for them. I do like Honey, and there's another shade called Darling that I have. It's like a purple one that I like, but sometimes when I wear these, they have like buildup around the outside of my lip line, and I get in my car after school and I look in the mirror and I've got like a ring. Like I wore this one time to school, and when I got in the car I had this color but just in a line outside my lip. It was so embarrassing. So I'm going to test them out, but I don't know. Has anyone else, like, has that happened to anyone else, or is it just me where it's built up along the outside of your line? I don't know. So I'm going to continue to try these. I also have these crystal liners from NYX, and I have Pewter, which is a really pretty purple color, and then I have Silver. And I've used the Pewter one a few times, but I actually haven't even used the Silver one. So I just want to put them in my eyesight so I'll get some use out of them. I just don't want them to sit there. I know I can't wear this every day, obviously, but I can wear it in some videos and maybe on the weekends or out at night or something like that. So I think that is everything. I think I have quite a range of products in my basket, and eyeshadow wise, I just have some palettes I've been picking through, so I haven't really included any in my shopping my stash bin. Mostly just products that I need to use up or continue to try. I think I missed this one. It's just a mascara. It's the Falsies. I'm still just trying to use it because I have 3 mascaras sitting in front of me that I've had since Christmas time, and they're not opened, and I really want to try them. So yes, that is everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see a face of the day with some of these products and a review or anything like that. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.